What's up, guys? So something I'm constantly getting asked, particularly a lot on some older videos, so I thought I would do a new video on this, and I'm going to do a series of these videos because there's so many different styles and ways to do it. You guys know I like to light my vision cages. Now I do this not only to make it easier for me, for cleaning and filming them, obviously, but it looks good. And I mean good. So in this episode, guys, I'm going to do step-by-step of what I do, starting with one of the smaller vision cages, model 211, okay, 211. So this is a smaller vision cage, which are these guys right here. You can kind of see them in the background. I do have the lights off in them right now, but I'm putting some new lights in them. Now, new lights plus adding heat to a lot of these guys as well, because that's something I get asked quite frequently. How do I heat my vision cages? What temps do I keep some of my snakes at? Which, you know, does depend on the snake you have in that cage. So I'm going to go over the basics with you guys and show you how I do it. Now, starting off with the light, I did get off Amazon. It's the same light I use to even light up my rooms. This light is very bright and it is white, which is a huge plus. It actually sits perfectly in the lip of this cage. You don't need to screw it in to secure it or anything. Now it's just this model, it does that. You'll see in future videos it doesn't sit as well in those lips. Using Great Stuff Pond and Stone, I'm going to use this to fill the inside lip of the vision cages. Now there is other techniques you can do, which again I will discuss with you in further videos. But in this particular video, I'm just going to use the Great Stuff. So now once you get the entire inside of the lip foamed, it should look a little something like this, but that's okay. The excess foam is very easily cut away. So just like you would cut away the foam on a vivarium, you can do the same thing with this stuff to make it nice and flush with the lip of the cage. Just simply cut it away with a knife or razor blade and just peel it away with your hand. Once the cage is all cleaned out, it looks pretty good. Cannot complain with that. You can then go ahead and start your process with the light, seeing as you don't want that cord hanging out the door. So now the part that everybody absolutely hates or fears is splicing the wire. Now, splicing the wire is really easy. All you have to do is cut it and kind of get away some of that insulation. So this is a double insulated wire. So there's the wire itself that is insulated once, and then another insulating coat on the outside, which is the white that you see on the outside of the wire. So taking a razor blade, I'm kind of splitting the two other insulated wires, pulling them apart a little bit so I have room to work. And now you can kind of see that there is a brown wire and a blue wire on the inside. Now the wires can be different colors, black and white, red and white, red and black. It just depends on the company and what they choose to make. So right there you can see there's two wires on the inside. They are color coded. Now, once you do the other side as well, you can take your wire splicing tools and you want to cut off that smaller inside insulation piece without trying to damage the wires on the inside, because that could lead to further problems, but if you have the right tools, you shouldn't do that. Now you can also use a razor blade to kind of trim away the insulation as well, but you should just get a $10 tool like the one I'm using. Next, we're going to take a butt connector. So this is the kind you just crush onto a wire. Now inside the butt connector there is a little metal ring. You want to slide the wire into that, and then all you have to do is simply crush it onto the wire. I was trying to get this so the camera could see it, but it's very difficult. But once you get it nice and crushed on there, all you have to very simply do is give it a nice little tug to make sure it is on the wire. So now once both sides are done, you can lay that piece down. Now, you've seen me do this many times before. If you guys are new to the channel, you have not, yes, I am drilling a hole in the vision cage for a good reason, I promise. This way you can actually slide the wire that is inside of the cage right out of the hole. A lot easier than having it run out the door. So once you get that wire run out the hole, then you can go ahead and start the process of connecting them to the other wires. So you're relatively doing the same exact thing you just did on the other two. Just make sure you connect the proper color to the proper color. So in this case, both the brown wires and both the blue wires will go together. Now normally I don't do this, but you can actually take electrical tape and then wrap it around the work area that you just had done to the wires. This is kind of just a little extra safety you could do. You don't really need to do this. Now you don't want this wire hanging down because snakes will try and climb up there and rip it down, or climb up there and just hang out there. I've had this problem previously in the past, so we definitely need to secure that wire so nothing can rip the light down. So taking a clamp here, we're gonna go ahead and kind of just pin the wire to the side so I am able to then get some silicone and just very simply put a little bit on there to attach it to the foam and the top of the cage. So once you got the inside silicone, it's nice and dry and you can flip it around. I'm actually going to be taking two other types of clamps. Now these are used usually for woodworking or carpentry, and just securing the wire where I want it. Now I'm doing this so I can again silicone it. Now you don't need to silicone it, but if you are going to run a heat light in these cages, you want to secure it to the side so that it doesn't rest on the heat light and possibly melt the wire to the heat light, because I've seen that happen and it's never a good outcome. So then just taking a single bead of silicone and running it along the entire stretch of cord that is uncovered. Now, you can let gravity do its thing here and just kind of let the silicone sit there and dry, or you can run your finger along the wire to kind of help push it behind the wire as well, get it underneath if you really want to. So what I just did is run my finger along it, and then all that excess stuff that's building up on my finger, I then took it underneath the cord and ran it back under the other side. So for this next part, this is where the heat element comes in. There's two different ways you can heat a vision cage. One, you can actually take duct tape, not duct tape, duct as in your AC ducts tape. It's a metal tape, and you can tape a heat pad to the bottom of your cage. Or for this particular model, it's very hard to heat with a heat light, but I just recently found these. So this is a single low profile fixture by Zilla. Again, I will put all the links in the description below so you guys can find these on Amazon. Now, it's a very low profile light, so it fits in there, no problem. You can stack other visions on top of it, and it's not going to interfere with the light itself. So there it is with the light on, the heat light that is. Now that is a 25 watt heat bulb. Very simple, very easy. It averages out about 85 degrees in the cage itself, which is perfect for most of the snakes I'm keeping in there. Now that nice, bright, new white light. Man, it looks good. So that's going to be it for this video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you learned something new, and hopefully that answers some questions that a lot of people have been asking me lately. So remember, subscribe if you are not already, smash that like button if you haven't already, and big thank you for watching. For all my Patreons, you guys are amazing. Thank you as well. Guys, I am still doing the GoFundMe for the new snake building. We've been putting in a lot of work, but we're almost to that point for the new snake building, which I'm really excited about. So if you guys would like to donate to that, check out the link in the description for that as well. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!